When Update 3 was announced, I saw a lot of doomer posts saying, oh, what if the characters are only playable in cyberspace and not the open world? Well, it's kind of funny that we're in the good timeline, where we're worrying about the exact opposite. Thanks to AngryZor, we can actually play cyberspace characters in the cyberspace levels. Wow, technology is amazing. One of my favorite things about this mod is that you can actually change characters on the fly, and they have a cool little portal animation with its own sound effects as well. It feels like something that you might actually see with an in-game character swapper, and lore-wise, it technically makes sense too, since it's cyberspace and anything could happen. Take it away, Amy. Now, one of my favorite all-time things about Sonic modding is that we can basically have infinite gameplay because of how many custom levels there are between Generations, Frontiers, Sonic Adventure 2, and now I even get to enjoy it with completely new movesets from other characters in the latest game, without having to worry about running out of content. It is so cool. Like I said in one of my other videos, I really just feel like Sonic modding content is just new monthly DLC at this point, with how frequently people are able to push out quality stuff. Like, this literally just feels like something that I would actually get in a real update, considering that it isn't just a reskin of Sonic or something. No, these are the actual full-ass movesets of these characters. And of course, because I wanted it to feel even more custom, I gave everybody their own unique costumes while doing this. I saw many people say that this was going to be impossible because there's no cyberspace character version for the other characters like there is for Sonic, but that turned out to be completely bogus. Just as long as you have the expertise of a godlike software engineer, I guess you can import cyberspace physics right onto the other characters. Definitely didn't seem like a walk in the park to do, but it works like a charm. The user experience is so cool now. And surprisingly, these characters work like a charm with all these custom levels that people have been making over the years. Oh, thank God I can fly, because that would have cooked me. The upgrades that they have are dependent on whatever your first save file has, so if you need to load up all their upgrades, I recommend doing that with a Hedge Mod Manager code or something. Keep in mind, it isn't your Final Horizon save, it's your actual save, so you probably are gonna have to hack in stuff. And of course, mag dashing still works because it wouldn't be cyberspace without it. It's so immersive that I can use all of their abilities in these linear-themed levels. It almost feels like we're making up for many lost opportunities in past mainline games where you should have been able to play as the characters with their own unique movesets in these boost-styled environments, but we never got that until Frontiers. Because of course, that's how the cookie crumbles. Oh. Huh. Oh, I've never seen this! I've never seen this path! Even playing on my own as Sonic. Most of these custom levels, I've largely tried not playing so I could save them for an eventual video, but I've never seen these paths, wow. Yet the options are on par with official level design. That's why I'm so confident calling all these fan-made mods just seasonal DLC that we keep getting. Now, I am actually playing these acts in reverse. I started with Act 2 because it was newer than Act 1, so don't be too mad at me. It's worth noting that there are custom physics loaded into all the cyber characters, and they will likely override with custom physics. Like Bridge Island is specifically supposed to have its own set of custom physics, but it doesn't really seem to apply. Let's see if I can kill him with the glide. Ooh, let's go. Just like the classics. That's something that a lot of people don't really know about, is that you can kill them with your glide. And because, of course, what would cyberspace be without cyberspace physics, huh? Of course we have mag dashes on lock, and I just think that's so cool that you now have the opportunity to speedrun with the other characters. Because they don't feel bad to use at all. They were designed for the open world, which objectively feels better than cyberspace. I'm kind of impressed with how well they got the cyber physics to translate to the other characters. Of course, it isn't perfect, and one of Knuckles' signature moves is that he actually gets to keep his momentum, so you can glide while in the mag dash. It's so cool. And The translation of cyber physics aren't exactly perfect, but that's kind of part of the appeal to me, is just the fact that I get to do this, even if the developers didn't want me to. And again, the fact that it kind of functions entirely the way I need it to is a little bit frightening, because it's like, how did I get my dream unofficially? It's just so cool that we get the keys to the sandbox every few months, you know? At first, the modding community gave us the wonders of actually being able to use the characters in the other islands of the open world, and now we get them in cyberspace too. Which is so funny, because I've spent entire days just trying to perfect my times as just Sonic in just cyberspace, and I've spent tons of hours just playing regular Sonic campaign, let alone now I get to do it with my favorite character, Knuckles, and I get to use it with the other movesets as well. They might be missing a decent amount of combat moves, at least on Knuckles' end, but you can get really creative with these movesets. It's like how much I'm skipping just from knowing how to use Knuckles' physics. Like, if Knuckles' glide wasn't so fast, bro, he'd be flipping burgers at McDonald's. Until the Frontier sequel comes out, this is literally, like, the most replayable Sonic game. Granted, if you actually like the physics, which I happen to actually enjoy them. They started the fire with their updates, and then the fans finished it. It made it the perfect Sonic game at the end of the day. And I would switch to a different character, but I feel like such a badass with Knuckles right now. Maybe that's part of why I like this so much, because I can roleplay as my favorite. But you know what? I don't particularly want to stay down in the dumps here any longer. Get me back up there on the top route. I ain't no weenie. I can handle the top route. And once again, I literally know nothing about this level I'm playing. I wanted to keep it relatively fresh. Wow, I almost touched the water. Aside from Bridge Island, I played those quite a bit because they came out quite a bit ago at this point. But like, I'm trying to keep this as fresh as I can for the sake of the video, because I've wanted to do a custom cyberspace gauntlet since forever. Not just whenever these characters came out for cyberspace. I just figured it'd be a particularly good opportunity. Am I steering? Huh. Even if I wasn't, that was really cool. Let's give Amy a chance, because I can do things like this. Just as basic platforming characters, I really feel like every character in Frontiers works well. Remember, this was made for just Sonic, and their movement is just good enough to work in these. Oh, man. Catch him on the way? Yep. I think part of the reason that I love fan content on this scale is because it immerses me, and it just makes me feel like the devs could have done this. And I'm not mad that they didn't, because I totally understand why they would definitely want to put their resources elsewhere. But it just makes me happy that I have infinite possibilities when I play on PC. I completely understand if people don't like Frontiers because they played on a console. That version is not particularly good in the slightest. Even just vanilla Frontiers is really good on PC, and when you add all this modding stuff, you can just play your dream Sonic game like I'm doing every single day. I thought Generations was always the perfect Sonic experience because how robust the modding is in that game, but I think it's just the freedom that Frontiers allows that makes me feel like, no, this one is truly the experience that I imagined as a kid, even if it isn't entirely official. Like, even for the sake of customizing everything and having some extra fun, I've even added all of these additional costumes to everybody too. As if, you know, these were official DLC that we saw for the other characters. Now, one of the things you can do with Tails, when he's starting up, you can boost to cancel that and immediately go into his top speed flight. It's really sick. Just go through the window real quick, no big deal. Frontiers was a return to form in many ways. I really appreciate it for just getting back to the basics and letting the immediate cast shine again. It's kind of paving the way for more obscure characters down the line to have the chance to shine again. Most custom levels are full with asset reuse from older games, and I especially enjoy it when they use it to make a believable and original environment. What's more official than using the official models? There's so many pathways, both intentional and not intentional, with the collision. It's great. And to talk about the freedom a little bit more, like, the reason that I prefer characters in this game over the custom characters in Generations isn't just because it's official or anything, because the custom characters in Generations are extremely sophisticated. It's more so the fact that the freedom in the movement is so good in this game. You can move in a full 360, Whereas in Generations, you're pretty much forced a lot of times to kind of move in just a hallway format. And by the way, I love the gameplay of Generations, okay? I'm not calling it Boost to Win or Hallway of the Game or anything weird like that. It really does get a little bit linear after a while. This looks so cool if they're spinning around in a half-pipe. Oh, the way I can just, like, ride the wall while doing this. It's so badass. Yeah, flip around! Not the exact execution I wanted on that skip, but it still looked cool, right? Oh man, the music from the Sonic series that modders pick is always such a gem that I don't typically hear. You know what, screw it, we're doing the manual loop because they're fun. Do more of this, Sega. Frontiers Update 4, give us more of these bad boys! But it's also the fact that these characters in Frontiers also have their entire combat trees as well. I am lost. You know what? I feel like I figured it out. The one thing that I am a little bit sad about is that Amy's lock-on attack doesn't actually work in cyberspace, which is a bummer, but I'm not gonna get too bent out of shape about it. I just love it because it... Wow. I can't jump. Oh, you know what? Maybe that's intentional. I just love it because it feels good in her movement to be able to chain that together. Okay, it's getting narrow. Tails? I know how to fix this situation, watch. We do a little bit of this. It's a feature. It's a feature. It's fine. John Sega told me I could do that. I have permission. You know what? We're actually a lot more manageable at this speed, too, so I'm just gonna use Tails for a little bit. But yeah, they have entire combat trees and movement systems that aren't just boost forward. Oh, that's so cute. Man, I love Tails' walking animation so much. It looks exactly like his SA2 artwork where he's at his side POV. I adore the music that fans pick when they do custom levels because it's always some kind of niche track that just slaps ass. Because the modding devs actually play this game, they know that people are gonna want to abuse the hell out of the spin dash, so they just make it an actual path for you to use. Ooh, there we go, that's some good use of Tails' flight. See, that's one of the reasons to love Tails over the other characters, because of the amount of control you get in the air. Knuckles is still pretty good in the air, I mean, look what we're doing right now. But precision is Tails' game. And you know what? I'm not really into level imports too much because I feel like the gameplay from like the adventure era and like Shadow the Hedgehog and stuff, they don't typically work too well with Frontier specific boost physics, whereas I feel like Metropolis Zone and Sonic Generations work pretty well. But the level design in that was tweaked quite a bit so that it would specifically work. Oh, okay, I'm sliding around, but it's cool because we got Glide. Why am I so immersed? I'm not supposed to be doing this, but like Knuckles' custom running animation looks so cool here. Yes, I got the red ring. Oh, okay, I may have screwed up a little bit. Tails, want to help out? Thanks, pal. So, like, isn't that just fun that I can swap on the fly and correct myself? Okay, let's do this part correctly. Because last time I didn't understand that you're not supposed to jump here. Since I'm not a fan of a lot of these level imports, I just tend to really enjoy when people go out of their way to make something super original, even when they do reuse assets from the other games. I love that you have all the different types of Coco sitting at the end of the level enjoying the snow. You even got Master King Coco, not just the Hermit and the Elder. You even got the one for the DLC. Because we're using a lot of assets from Lost World, this level feels like it actually fits into a real location and it's immersive, and the fact that they put the Coco at the end is so cool too, because it's like, hey, don't forget, this is Frontiers and we love all the new stuff in this game. Like I said, I'm not too into level imports, but when you do it right, you do it right. I love that this particular map covers the entire screen. There isn't a cyberspace void. It's just the actual place from Black Knight. It's really cool. Everybody really wanted more original themes, or at least some more unique ones if you were going to reuse stuff. And you know what? This looks amazing with the Frontiers lighting engine and everything. I'm so into this. And it looks so right with Treasure Hunter Knuckles' hat. Just this general aesthetic. Oh hey, helicopters! Tell me that didn't look cool as hell. I kind of love that Knuckles has such a long start up on his... Oh! Sharpshooters, huh? Love that Knuckles has such a long start up on his stomp because it actually makes the egg robo somewhat dangerous. Okay, hold on. I'm learning. Oh boy. So many skippable looking things. Some lasers to jump over. Don't mind if I do. God, I love that Tails can just take everybody out from the air. It's so cool. But you know what? Let's get a little bit of variety in here. Amy needs a chance to shine as well. Nice. The card AoE killed all of them. Yeah, yes, charge up the hammer. That looks so cool. Since it's Black Knight, the level is a little bit linear, but I don't mind because that was fun. I don't know why, but you port Black Knight levels to Generations and Frontiers, and I just have a blast. Okay, chill out, man. Huh. I don't think... You know what, we're cool. Yes! I hit the Flying Badnik mid-glide casually, just like I was Knuckles himself. I love the chaos. Yes, the cannon's coming at me as well. This is so sick. No! This is so much cooler than a Sonic route, and I'm actually a big fan of that section where you have to jump over there, specifically because Knuckles has a shorter jump. Can I cheese this? You bet I can, buddy boy. Yay! I can work with this. I am squealing as we speak. See, this is what I need playable characters in the next Sonic game to be like. I need spectacle like this for every character, not just Sonic, not just Shadow. Everyone deserves something like this. Imagine an Espio level, man, where he's infiltrating an egg base. Really? Tails is small, can he get out? Yeah, kind of. Alright, get out of here, Chief. I love that you could just take out a group of him by doing this. Yeah! And, you know what? I'll stand by what I said. When it's done right, it's done right. And you might be asking yourself, how is it done right this time? Every surface is climbable just like SA2, something that Knuckles and Frontiers was actually sorely missing. And of course, the game with freedom should be the one to give me the opportunity to live out my fantasy with this current moveset for Knuckles, huh? Rock ball. Wow, you even got hints! That's insane. They went so turbo accurate that there's even hints. Oh my god, and they're using the exclamation system from the Final Horizon cyberspace mechanics to emulate the treasure hunting. That is so creative. That is so interesting to me. Man, if people can take a page or two out of this guy's book, you can make custom treasure hunting levels in Frontiers. It's kind of just like the fact that you have to be so creative with it. And... got him. So that's 2 out of 3 switches to clear the level from what I understand. Is this just like a brand new platforming segment just for shits and giggles? That's pretty cool, actually. Since climbing isn't just a Knuckles only thing, I'm pretty sure Sonic can do it too. Oh, I guess he can't actually, wow. Well, let's not screw up my entire progress real quick, because that would annoy me quite a bit. This is the Church Mountain. Oh, okay, so I'm already where the hint told me to go. Oh, there's a number ring challenge on the mountain. Wait, that's awesome. Okay, hold on, let me do that actually. And of course, like, they added so many new missions to Pumpkin Hill as well. This isn't just a recreation, like, Sonic Adventure 2's missions are quite different. So we may be sharing the location from Sonic Adventure 2, but this is very much its own thing, the way that it adapts the Frontiers mechanics to emulate the Emerald Radar, and the fact that we use the numbered rings to make our own mission. That is awesome. And this is like one of the few times that Knuckles climbing actually is requiring some kind of precision. There were a few parts in Final Horizon where they wanted you to climb pretty specifically, but never on the level of like Adventure Knuckles, which is something that I feel like everybody would enjoy a bit more of. Oh, hey, it's an animal. Where do I... Oh, that's why... Oh god. And he sticks the landing. And he doesn't stick the landing. God damn it. But I guess that's why there's all the new platforming segments here, so you can actually take the animals to the goal. Okay. Like I said, I'm down for a level import when they do it right. As long as you either make the gameplay feel really cool, or you make the level very much its own thing, as long as you make the gameplay fit Frontiers, I'm completely fine with it, and I encourage it. Because we'd all love to see more familiar locations in this game that aren't just Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3. Like, this adds so many new missions to everything. It feels like I'm actually revisiting Pumpkin Hill with purpose and not just because, hey, remember that level? Yeah, play the exact layout again. Oh, there we go. I'm actually pretty surprised that they made this climbable for only Knuckles as well. That adds a lot more value to it, in my opinion. And because there's so much surface area too, it doesn't feel easy to get overwhelmed by Knuckles' climbing speed in this game. It actually feels really nice. Unlike some particular segments in Final Horizon where it can be really overwhelming easily. Oh hey, a red ring. What a good use of Knuckles' mechanics! The fact that you'll get pushed by the fan, but if you use his tornado, then he actually pushes all the way through to the bottom. Do the other characters even have stomps that powerful? There it is. Cool. What a good take on porting a treasure hunting level to Frontiers. I have a good feeling that this was in development as soon as people knew that you could add the other characters to cyberspace. The modding Discord kind of blew up when that was in the works, and I'm pretty surprised how quickly it was implemented after it was initially shown off. I can't even imagine what the future will be with custom characters now that people have figured out how to add cyberspace attributes to the existing open world ones. I swear to God, every few months this game gets cooler and cooler. And if you like today's skins, please check out Amy's Jump Ball Overhaul. That is an insane mod pack with 40 plus custom models with custom animations on Amy, which I'll probably do a video on eventually. Treasure Hunter Knuckles from Anonymous, which is a nice HD rendition of the Speed Battle skin. And Boom Tails from Plum_54. Tails has a lot of potential. I love his boom design, and I'd love to see more skins for him. There aren't very many Tails mods out there, so that's my challenge to the community. Get more Tails mods out there. I'd like to upload more, but these are kind of difficult to edit the way that I like making videos, so support the creators directly because that's the coolest thing. Sonic says, that's the most badass thing you can do. He told me. I got DM'd.